Hi guys, welcome back. Okay, so I mentioned in my last video that I was thinking about showing you my no foundation, just concealer routine. So that's what we're going to do today. Also, I'm sweating. I was just out and let's see, it says it's 91 degrees out, but it feels like 100. So if you know me, you know my hair goes up. Okay, to start off, I've already put on sunscreen. I am using the Purito. This is the Centella Green Level. This is, long story. Anyway, this is a chemical sunscreen, but it is a Korean brand. So they use different UVA and UVB filters, which makes it technically, I would say, like a little bit safer than some of the other chemical sunscreens. And I've used up way more than half of this. I have been loving it. Along with this one, the Sunray, which I told you about last time. These are kind of my two chemical sunscreens that I have found to be really nice, and they don't have the harmful active ingredients like a lot of chemical sunscreens used to, and hopefully are transitioning out of. Drink break. The reason that I do this routine, especially in kind of like warmer weather, is because I can't stand having a lot of stuff on my face, because I feel like I touch it and it wipes off and it gets on my shirt and all that stuff. And I just don't like feeling heavy like on my face. So I found that this is one of the best ways to kind of negate that, but also get a little bit of coverage where I may need it. I'm only going to be using really 2 concealers today. You could just use one. I'm a little extra about that, but so I have these 3. This is the Glossier Stretch Concealer, and this is kind of my summer shade. This is G8, and then I have 2 different e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealer. This is the normal one, the original, and this is in medium beige. This is again also more like my summer color, and then this is the hydrating version, and I have it in a lighter shade, medium peach. So I can use that kind of more to highlight or do like a little bit under my eye. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm probably not going to use all 3 of them, but we'll see. So let's do it. Okay, so the first thing I would do normally in a day is put my sunscreen on, and then the very next thing I would do is go in with my concealer. So today I think I actually do want to just use the e.l.f. just because it's a really cheap option and a little goes a long way, and it definitely sets better than this Glossier. This one is very emollient. It's great for dry skin, mature skin, but if you don't powder it, it will just kind of like go away, which is fine, but just be prepared. Okay, so I'm using the darker shade, which is again medium beige. And I'm going to show you 2 different ways. I'm going to use my finger for one side and then a brush for the other. And this is a full coverage concealer, so a little does go a long way. And if you find that you have too much, just use your same finger and go over to your other eye, or maybe cover a blemish that you have. So I try to go up a little bit so it's blended out and pat it in. And then my very favorite brush that I use for pretty much everything is this, what's it called, setting brush from Real Techniques. So we'll do the other eye. And this concealer, this is the original, but I find that they both, the original and the hydrating, if you give them a little bit of time, you'll get more coverage. So like let it dry down a little. But if you don't want that, just go in immediately. And these, when they say 16-hour, they mean it. Like, you have to take a cleansing balm or makeup remover to get it off at the end of the day. Even just rinsing with like water and soap is not going to do it. So you can already tell I feel like it just looks more awake, a little bit like, you know, more alive. I'm going to go in with just a little bit more. I kind of never can get right by my lash line. And if you use your finger, I do find with this you get a little bit heavier coverage. With the brush, it kind of thins it out a little. So, and if you tap and don't sweep, you're really gonna like pat it into one place and get the best coverage. I just kind of bring the excess anywhere I may need it. Okay, so that is my eyelids. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do my under eyes, and I think I'm going to do a combination of these. what I have seen is if you do a little on the outside, right there, and then I'm going to use the lighter shade in the right under my eyes. And depending on your skin type, the hydrating one, I think it definitely is more hydrating, but it's not going to be like this level of hydrating. This is really emollient and hydrating. And I have wrinkles right there, so I'm going to try to avoid that a little bit, and I'm just going to get kind of here. And I'm going to be using the brush today. The further down you hold your brush, the lighter touch you're going to have, which is kind of what you want for these delicate under eye areas. Like I said, this is a high coverage concealer. You could do this with a lighter, medium coverage one, really whatever you want. I just like it because it lasts so long and it's cheap. Those are the two reasons. I think each one is like $5 or $6, and they come in a lot of different shades, so I think that that is more inclusive than some of the others. Okay, let's look. Now, if you've noticed, this eye you can still see some darkness, and this eye a little bit too. That's because I went in with a lighter shade. So let's think about color theory. This, my black phone, the case, if I go in and cover it with white, you're still going to be able to see the darkness underneath it. But instead of a light one, if I went in with something like a medium tone, it would cover it a little bit better than just a very light color. So if I really cared, I could go in with the darker color, but me personally, I think that this is fine, and it just kind of brightens up my eyes. We all see the imperfections, and like people are like, oh, my under eyes are so dark, but they're really not. Most people aren't going to notice, so I'm happy with that, and this is fine for me. Now, you can leave it like that. This stuff dries down pretty well. I don't think it's going to budge, or you can go in with a powder, so kind of whatever works for you. Today, just for fun, I'm going to go in with the Well People Bio Baked Brightener. We're really going to go for like a bright under eye, and I'm going to use this e.l.f. highlighting brush. You get a little on the brush, and then you're going to just dab it on. This one is a lot fluffier, so I've found that if you kind of hold them, it's not too flexible. You can go over your eye as well. Now, some people say that you should not use concealer as a base for your eyes if you're going to do like a actual eye look. Okay, so there are rules in makeup, kind of, but also just do whatever works for you. I do have this is the smudge proof, whatever it's called, eyeshadow base. I find that it works pretty well, but I also find that the just normal concealer works. So honestly, just do whatever you want. This was like $26, where the other stuff is $6, so don't break the bank just for something that is supposed to be like by the rules. And then if you find that you got too much and you have like a lighter kind of brush, maybe just an eyeshadow brush, you can get some away, dust it away. So here are my under eyes. I have wrinkles. That's just part of life. And you're never going to find something that is truly crease proof. If you don't powder it, you're going to have a little bit better luck kind of minimizing that. So just keep that in mind. So for the rest of my face, I'm not going to necessarily talk you through it. I'm just going to speed it up and show you kind of what it looks like in the end. Okay, so let's go. And that's it. This literally took me a minute, so I probably didn't even fast forward it that much. And you can tell that my skin tone is just kind of evened out. Any redness, I've got some zits down here, probably from wearing masks, but whatever. And it's just all kind of fine. Especially because most people aren't looking at you so close that they're going to see every imperfection. And I find that this is just a better technique than covering my face in foundation. That said, I did buy this. This is the Ilia, what's it called? Super Serum Skin Tint, Broad Spectrum 40 SPF. And I am tempted to maybe do a video, so let me know if you want to see this. The only problem is I bought a shade that is probably even too light for my face right now, like in the summer. And it's definitely too light for my body. Like, look at that. But I went to Sephora and they were all out of the shade that actually would suit my body. So what I'm thinking is I'll do this and then cover myself in bronzer. So let me know if you want to see that. Okay, so I'm going to just finish up. I'm not going to put a lot of makeup on today, but then we will be back and I will just wrap it up. Okay, we're back. And as you can see, I kind of went a little bit crazy. No, I just had fun though. I actually started off by just doing this e.l.f. blue in the little wing. And then I forgot that I had this picture of Katie Jane Hughes as inspiration, so I will insert that. And I just wanted to do something different because why not? But I wanted to show you, I haven't finished everything. I have pretty much everything on, but on this eye, I feel like I went a little too low with the shadow versus this eye. So I wanted to show you what I would do to fix that up. So using this e.l.f. quad or any light shade that you have, I'm just going to take that lightest shade and basically just buff out the area that I feel I went too low on. See how that's already instantly better? And now I'm just trying to make them a little bit more symmetrical. Okay, I could probably keep going for hours and probably end up at the same place, so I'm gonna stop right now and just show you. This is really all I've done, but as far as base, which is the point of this video, I've only put concealer in my eyelids, under my eye, and then little dots kind of to conceal blemishes or redness. So that is what I do on a daily basis. I do not do this on a daily basis, but it was fun, right? So yeah, I'm just going to go through which items I have on my face really quickly. And if you have any questions about them, please ask below. So this is the blue that I have for my wing. I love this blue. I never thought I would, but I really, really do. And then, like I said, this kind of like peachy orangish shade is the Truth Hurts from the Give It To Me Straight ColourPop. Liquid Lash Extensions Thrive. And I have it in the brown shade, which is Crystal. And then my brows, I just have this Brow Gal pencil. I'm trying to use it up because it's not my favorite, but try to use it up. Oh, and on my lips I have the Beauty Bakery in Honey. This is a really nice kind of nude for me. It has a little bit pink in it, but I do like it. So, okay, so that is it. So let me know what you do for your face. Do you do just concealer? Do you do foundation? Do you do foundation and concealer? What works best for you? Are you interested in trying this? I love it. I really, really do. I think you'd be pleasantly surprised, especially in the summer when it's hot. But anyway, I thought it was fun and I wanted to show you guys what I do on a daily basis. So I will see you in my next video, which is going to be all about fragrance in cosmetics and skincare. So if you're excited to watch that, definitely subscribe, like it, and I will see you then. Bye guys.